Notice the difference between the success and the rth term. Notice on the rth term, when I'm trying to find a certain term in an expansion, this is, if it's a fifth term, this would be 4. And this would be 4. Okay. If I want to find the fifth term, this would be 4, this would be 4. These two numbers are the same. In a binomial distribution, this is the same as the probability of successes, because in this stands for the number of times and this is the number of successes. So you're going to put that with the probability of success. It makes sense, right, that you would put those two together. Okay. One last thing for today, and then we'll finish it up tomorrow. 12.2 is the conditional probability. And conditional probability is what I'm talking about, the red die and the white die, or the deck of cards. This is the red and white die and the deck of cards. Okay? So here you have a sample space out of 36. This is also where we go into our given that. That's what a conditional probability is. So when I say the probability given that A, this is my first event, and that limits my sample space, and then you're finding the probability of the second event happening. The first event has already happened. So when you're talking about, let's talk about cards. Listen to this because I think this will clarify things. What if I would say the probability of drawing 2 hearts? And how it might be written is like the probability of a heart and a heart, with no replacement. You have to see the difference between, this is one example. On here there are 13 hearts out of 52. If I don't replace it, how many hearts are left? 12 out of how many cards am I drawing out of? 51. I can reduce this to 1/4. 4 goes into 12 3 times, and this ends up to be 1/17. Now this is one example. What if I had the probability of a heart given that I drew a heart? Okay. So on here, how many hearts are... That's not what I'm going to say. That's a bad example. A 4. Okay. Okay, so what happens first? Hearts. So now I'm not talking about 52 cards. I'm talking about how many? 13. And out of those 13, how many are 4s? 1. So you just have 1 out of 13. It limits your sample space. Here it's a heart and a heart. It's 2 events happening. Here it's 2 events, but I'm just finding the probability of the second event. Okay? Okay, so then we'll do all of the other stuff that we've been doing lately.